Hi everyone, welcome to Brisbane Talk Show with Dr. Noel. I'm Reena Augustine, the founder of Red Carpet Functions, bringing different cultures together. Welcome, Dr. Noel. How are you today?
Excellent, thank you.
We are talking about thinking is a hard labor. Why do you say so?
Because we never relate thinking to labor. But thinking itself is a specific skill, like welding, like any other skill areas. We always think labor means it is physical labor, which is involving your hands and legs. We think it is the hardest thing. No doubt the skill develops with a little bit of knowledge added on to that, it makes your ability. But the same application, we don't do it for our mental exercises. We read a book and we think that we are thinking. No. You may write a lesson thinking that you are thinking. No. So these are all mechanical processes. Reading, writing, and doing a couple of things. These are all mechanical processes. But the real thinking is a labor, which means you need to put certain extra efforts to stimulate your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So many do not do this. In schools and colleges, they never make you to think. They make you to study, write your examination, and if you interview after the examination, I'm telling you 90% of the students will not remember what they have studied. Why is that?
Why is that? Absolutely.
Yeah. So we mechanically, right, feed some information into the mind and it disappears like a vapor. So you need to inculcate certain discipline to improve your thinking. That's why thinking is a hard labor. When you are physically exercising, like plowing a field or welding or carpentry, you are using your muscles. So your muscles get tired and you say, I'm exhausted. But what do you do for mind? When you involve a mind, you are involving your nerves. So the nerve can make you more tired than your physical exertions. Many don't understand the difference between the physical labor and the mental labor.
Yeah. So talking about physical labor and mental labor, when you are in the office and doing your work, you really get tired mentally. The mental labor is more tiring than the physical labor, if I'm not wrong. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is how you are associating your working process. You are not really tired, but you have developed that thinking in your mind that if I work too long, I get bored. So then I become tired. So this only meant, but the real labor is not taking place when you are doing a computer work. It is again something like a mechanical work. So for example, you drive a car, right? Initially, yes, you put your efforts to learn it. Once you learn it, what happens? Everything becomes automatic. You don't look into the accelerator or brake or clutch. It goes automatic.
Yeah.
So there is no exertion in your driving, right?
Yep.
The same thing applies to the mind, right? Many of the jobs that you do are mechanical, the same routine jobs again and again and again. So when you're involved in that exercise, your thinking is gone out of your purview. So we are not able to grow. So there are certain factors which are influencing this type of a mentality. The number one is the herd mentality, which I referred even in the previous talks. We believe in a community thinking. If he thinks right, I also think right. If he does good, I also do good. So we always relate ourselves to the community thinking. It's called a herd mentality. So when you have a herd mentality, you lose your original thinking power. You don't do what you want to do. You do because somebody else is doing and you're copying.
Society, the community, the people surrounded around
Yes,
you.
your parents, your friends, your wife, your husband, all these people influence on you.
How can we avoid that?
That's your choice. You have allowed certain things to come into your door. You have opened the door and it has entered. Now who can drive it out? So all these things do not just happen. You are responsible for inviting these thought processes to come into you, these habits to set into
The
you.
choices you make.
Yes, it is something like, you can allow the birds to fly over you, but don't allow the birds to put their nest on your head.
Oh my gosh.
It
Wow.
is something like that, So responsibility is not from outside. It is yours and yours only. Even if your parents say, oh, don't do this, and in your thinking, if you think, yes, I'll have to do it this way, do it. This is what Australia encourages you. Be
That's right.
independent, self-reliance on your own. When you are on your foot, you think very differently.
That's right.
Right?
But it's not the same if we are coming from developing countries and you grew up in India. It's not the same over there, right?
Yes, that's why, you find most of the entrepreneurs, most of the innovative things are happening outside India. And the same Indians studied there, when they come outside, they become fantastic entrepreneurs.
Because they get the freedom to do it.
Absolutely, yes.
Wow. That's a person is limited only by the thoughts that he chooses.
Yeah, this is exactly what defines our life. We are limited by ourselves. No one limits you, but you limit yourself. If you limit yourself, so who can free you? Only you have to help
Yeah.
yourself. So this is where the individuality comes into the picture. Like Emerson says, originality is power, imitation is suicide. We don't look into that seriously.
Okay.
We feel happy following somebody. If she wears a red dress, I also follow. Like the actresses, Hollywood actresses, if they wear a beautiful
Gown.
beautiful
gown.
dress or nice earring. Oh, you follow the same thing.
That's
Oh,
right.
she wears it. Let
Trend.
me also wear it.
Trend.
Diana's dresses are sold in millions of rupees.
I
Why?
know.
Because people think that is where we get happiness and joy. Copying somebody. When you are copying somebody, you are a copycat. You're like a Xerox copy.
Yeah.
What is the originality?
Yeah. So be original.
Yeah, when you become original, I'm telling you, the heaven will open for you. You cannot imagine what sort of a potential you have in you when you think of yourself. It is as good as Bill Gates, as good as Steve Jobs, anybody. But someone has taken the efforts to apply themselves continuously over a period of time, they become specialists.
That's right.
This is exactly what I'm saying. Thinking is a hard labor because it is not a one-time exercise. You study in a college, get your degrees, it doesn't stop there. It starts from there. Cultivate that habit of regular thinking, continuous thinking, keep on thinking. Then you become a specialist. So
Yeah.
this is where all the great people have achieved, not by a one-day efforts or by hook or crook methods. No, continuous labor.
Wow.
Like Albert Einstein says, 99% it is perspiration, 1% inspiration. Right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm telling you. Thinking is a hard labor,
Labor.
and a very hard labor.
So a
right?
man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts, by James Allen. So what you think also helps in building your character?
Yes, you are what you have thought about yourself. If I'm wearing this dress, I thought about this years back. Last 30 years, I'm wearing a similar dress. Anywhere I go, people will say, oh, he's a safari man. I built up myself, my personality.
Yes.
The way I wear my dress, the way everything is what I have developed to myself.
That's right.
Right? People who become engineers, right? They wanted to become an engineer, so they get into certain habits of construction technologies and they become an engineer, a doctor, right? The first thought is your own visualization. You think and then you grow. You keep on thinking, You keep on growing, then you reach your destination. So this is a process,
Yes.
right? So if you want to become a rich, right? It is again a process. You can't become a millionaire overnight.
No.
You need to work hard. There are
Work for
certain
it.
principles and methods and strategies by which you progress in a way so that you become rich.
Make a goal, keep a goal, and follow those procedures.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And get it. So there are, like, a simple example. There's two sons in a family. Both have given the same opportunity. One definitely goes and reaches the pinnacle of success, but the other one doesn't. What must have been the reason?
The reason is individual choice. That's what, you are made up of your own thinking. No two people think the same way. Not at all.
Even if they're from the same family, doesn't
Same
matter.
family, same color, same environment. No. That's where every human being is absolutely unique. Absolutely unique. But if you don't think that you are unique, I think you're disappointing yourself. So the first and the foremost thing, you need to believe in yourself that I am a unique person. I am not a copy. I am not somebody else. I am what I am. I am definitely not somebody else.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself and in your uniqueness. Right?
Every person on this earth is unique.
Absolutely.
Every single person have their own talent. And the day when they recognize their talent is the day when they start living.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Wow. So men are anxious to improve their circumstances, but are unwilling to improve themselves. Why is it?
Yeah, this is the tragedy
Lazy?
of life. This is the tragedy of life, right? Because, we would like to get, the public recognition, right? Wanted the home to be better and environment to be better. You're talking about an environment. You're not talking about yourself. Are you better? Are you happy? Are you successful? So, the more you focus on yourself, all your inner abilities and capabilities all improves, right? The moment you think outside the box, you are not looking inside your box. So the tragedy of that is you cannot imagine what it will happen. You lost yourself completely. So serving others, I am not saying it is wrong, but doing everything outside you, not doing things for you. For example, if you don't study, how can you become a scholar?
That's
If
right.
you want somebody else, your friend, to study well and get a good marks, what have you achieved? He will definitely get a good mark and get a good job, and then he will rise up and he will fly off. Where are you?
Yeah.
So you need to definitely focus on yourself.
Yes.
The self is what is divine.
So is there any self-help places, or, because simple example I can give you is 5 of us friends, okay, we go to the same school, then went on to study the same studies, bachelor degree, but all 5 are in different places now. Some of them have got married and have kids, but think themselves as they are failure, but the choice is in their hand, but they're afraid to take the chance. Why is it? They have got the opportunity.
Yeah, everyone has their own, you call an antenna in their head, right? So you receive the power through your antenna. Your antenna is built inside you, like a TV station. So what do you receive? And how do you make use of that information that has come to you? So you provide salad material to 100 women, and ask them to prepare a soup or a salad, 100 different salads, same
That's
ingredients.
right.
Why? Because everyone is individual, everyone is thinking in their own way, and everyone is doing in their own way. Because everyone wants to compete with others and say unique to themselves.
That's
You know?
right.
So there is nothing called, that we are all the same. We are different, we are unique by ourselves. So that's why the thinking makes the difference. Thinking makes the difference. Your thinking may not be your friend's thinking. But the same situation. but think differently.
But in same way, like my thinking is different, the other person's thinking is different. But it's so hard for us to explain what we are thinking and make the other person move to the same direction as we want, right? And that's when people become entrepreneurs and the team grows together if the thinking is same. So does that mean we have to choose friends whose thinking is same, or can we mold that particular friend and make him or her think like us?
No, when you are trying to build up your teamwork, what you are trying to do, you are unifying the actions of the team. You are not unifying the thoughts of everybody. Thoughts may be different, but the actions are different. You see?
Yes.
So you may receive the same information, you'll interpret it in the same way, but certain standards are fixed for a commonality, and all of you proceed towards. So that's why in a company there is a team building,
Yes.
right? And you have no choice to make a difference there. So if you see most of the entrepreneurs are individuals. Employees are community based, they are groups. I worked as an employee for 10 years. I realized, I was not fit enough as an employee for working for long. So I
Wow.
became an entrepreneur.
So the 10 years was a realization period?
Yes, it's an experimentation period as well. But then I kept on realizing that I have a better potential,
Yep.
better capability. I must do something differently. So the job doesn't give me adequate inspiration or motivation for me to do that. So the moment I become an entrepreneur, my 24 hours become very different. Earlier, I had a limited hours, starting 10 o'clock, closing by 5 o'clock. That's all as an employee.
Yeah.
The moment you become an entrepreneur, your 24 hours opened up. That's why my next topic
That's
is
right.
how can you live on 24 hours a day, right? These are the two fundamental issues in human development. The number one is, yes, you need to have your own unique thoughts. You should keep on developing your thoughts because thoughts make a man. If you are not thinking, you are not a human being. Animals don't think. So we are not animals.
No.
So we are human beings, so thinking is the crown for life. Right? But when you think, how many hours do you think and what do you do? So the 24 hours is a subject of my interest for long. So as early as I was 20, I picked up this book. So today I'm introducing two books to the international students. The number one book is James Allen. In 1900s, 120 years back, he wrote this book called As Man Thinketh. So is he. So you are what you are thinking.
Wow.
This defines your personality,
That's right.
right? If you don't think, don't expect great things to happen. If you think wrong, the wrong thing will happen. So what you have thought about it. But then when you set right your thinking in place, the next question is, how do I spend my time in improving my thinking process? Right? So the 24 hours, many of us think, you go to a job, the job is starts by 10 o'clock, and then it is over by 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So 10 to 5 or 6 is about 8 hours time. These 8 hours, working hours, we call it a day. That's all.
Wow.
So before 10 o'clock and after 6 o'clock, there is a very big chunk of about 16 hours. These 16 hours, we think it is one block of time. We never think that 16 hours is 16 hours. You've got so many things to do.
Time is money.
If you want to really grow in life, become a success in life, different in life, the one option that you have is how do you make use of these 16 hours? Not the 10 hours. 10 hours is for your salary, 8 hours for your salary.
That's right.
But what you do after 6 o'clock and before 10 o'clock in the morning, all the big people become big because they know how to make use of this potential
Quality time.
16 hours of time. Right?
Yes. So they say that beware of undertaking too much at the start. Be content with quite a little. Allow for accidents. Allow for human nature, especially your own. So what does that mean exactly?
I think this is an advice given by a person called Arnold Bennett. He has written a beautiful classic called How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. So he clarifies that give enough and more time to all your activities, right? Don't fix X amount for X thing. Just enjoy everything, but then focus on your priorities. What's your priority? Priority is how you set your goal. So when you set your goal, that takes major chunk of your time, right?
Absolutely.
So you will not waste your time on various activities. Allow everything to happen, but focus on your priorities.
How do we know if we have to make a choice? So, a simple example, yesterday I had this birthday party of my best friend, been my best friend for 11 years here. So it was all booked. I was supposed to be there. But then I got a call for something that I love doing. So I was torn between the two, but I chose what I love doing. Did I take the right choice?
Yeah, that's your decision.
Okay.
Right? When
Yeah.
you are on a crossroad, which direction you take, depending upon, right, your choices. Normally, people take the route which everybody has taken.
Yes.
But the great person is taking the route not traveled, not taken. That is risk, that is challenging.
Yeah.
But then when he takes that route, he becomes unique.
That's right.
So the choices are always there like a fork.
Wow, I feel good now because I think I took the right decision.
Fantastic, yeah.
I shall alter that when I have a little more time. We never shall have any more time. We have always had all the time there is.
Yeah, this is a fallacy and a myth in most of our life. Oh, if I had another half an hour, I could have done that. If I would have another 1 hour, I could have scored more marks. It doesn't happen. Everyone has got the same limited time. 24 hours is 24 hours, not 24 hours and 1 minute in America, 24 hours and 2 minutes in Europe. No, all over the world it is the same.
Yeah.
Right? There is no difference. But then how do you apportion your time for your productive activity makes all the difference.
Wow. So in short, can I say that time is money?
It's a metaphor. In a way, it's called a metaphor. It's a metaphor because today we are living in a materialistic world. So money is very important.
Absolutely.
So if you want money, you need to use your time for earning that money.
That's right.
Right?
That's
So money is not exclusive. You put
Yes.
your time effectively, productively, you make money. But then, if you don't use your time well, you don't make bigger money. So if you know how to make use of your time well, you will earn better money. So time is money because this is very important in today's world. Right? If you don't value your time, you are not going to score more money.
Absolutely.
And you can see this in Australia and America and all the places. Time is money.
Absolutely.
There is no doubt about it.
When they say 5, it's 5 p.m. It's not
Exactly.
10 past 5.
Yes.
So thinking is a hard labor. And of course, how we can live the 24 hours a day and make a difference and be successful in life. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Noel. Really appreciate your time and these amazing 2 topics.
Thank you very much, Reena.
Thank you.